Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. My name is Ty with MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at the 10 most expensive characters in Lego games.
That is gonna leave a dent.
Whoa!
The stud prices for some of these characters can get ludicrous, especially for games aimed at kids. Did you have to grind for any of these characters? Let us know in the comments below. Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Professor Dumbledore, Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4. The headmaster of Hogwarts isn't the most expensive Harry Potter character on our list, but Dumbledore is still going to run you a whopping 1 million studs. What does that exorbitant price get you? Sadly, not much. With the exception of dark spells, Dumbledore can access just about every spell in all house-specific rooms. He can also use rune cabinets and the time turner, but by the time you'll unlock him, you'll already have all of Hermione's variants and Minerva McGonagall. So really, why is he so costly when all those characters can do everything he does? Doesn't help that you'll have to purchase him twice, one for his purple robes and again for his gray robes. Blackbeard and Davey Jones, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, the video game. Unlocking characters in Lego Pirates is already an arduous task. Not only do you need to finish the levels featuring certain characters, but you'll also need for them to spawn in the hub world and beat them in a duel before you even get the option to purchase them. This can make unlocking Davy Jones and Blackbeard feel both frustrating and underwhelming. The characters each run for about 500,000 studs, and both feature abilities you'll rarely have to use. Davy Jones can walk underwater, phase through sea life, and can interact with heavy objects. So, abilities that several other characters already have, and they're the ones that you'll unlock before him. At least Blackbeard is a little more unique, possessing the ability to use voodoo magic and insta-kill most characters. Yoda Ghost, Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. Anyone who has played the first two Lego Star Wars games will recognize the Ghost version of Yoda as the OG expensive Lego character. In general, the Ghost characters were among the priciest, and that makes sense, given that these characters were invincible. Yoda in his Ghost form is by far the most expensive of the three, clocking in at 1,200,000 studs. At least you're getting your money's worth. Not only does he hold Jedi powers and invincibility, but no one will even detect his presence. You fools! Your eyes betray you and now you are dead. Interdimensional Being, Lego Indiana Jones 2, The Adventure Continues. Odd that the character who arguably killed the franchise is also absurdly priced. Given how basic some of the mechanics are in Lego Indy 2, there shouldn't be any reason why the Interdimensional Being is so costly. And what exactly does 1.5 million studs net you? A floaty dude who can hit foes at a rapid rate and utilize the Crystal Skull to wade through swarms of ants and snakes. 1.5 million studs to push ants around. The only other character who can do that is Oxley, and he's unlocked just by playing the story. Other than the achievement, why waste the studs on this thing? Would rather get a playable refrigerator at this rate. Lord and President Business, the Lego Movie Videogame. In the Lego Movie Videogame, you're spending 2 million studs on two variants of the film's antagonist. 1 million for Lord Business, and another million for President Business. The frustrating part is neither version of Business is particularly interesting to use. Lord Business can shoot the Craggle glue, but holds no special properties aside from freezing characters and using his monumental legs to reach higher places. As for President Business, he is completely useless and has no abilities whatsoever. Why the high prices for two variants of a character that add nothing special to the game? At least they didn't pull this again in the sequel.
Thank you so much.
The Rex Fury variants. Lego City Undercover.
Blackwell, that filthy worm!
Self-destructive in now.
One of the biggest pains in LEGO games is when a single character has more than two variants, but it's worse when each of those variants is ludicrously priced. Such is the case when unlocking Lego City Undercover's villain, Rex Fury. Finding all three of Rex's variants isn't much of a hassle, but what's irritating is that you're spending 1,000,000 studs on each one.
That is gonna leave a dent.
Basically, you're spending a grand total of 3,000,000 studs for one freaking character! And this is a guy whose only ability is pulling orange handles. Wow!
Rex, you're fired.
Cyborg Superman and Thanos, Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, and Lego Marvel's Avengers. These two infamous villains tie for a spot on this list because they both cost 2.5 million studs. Yeah, that's a wallop on your stud wallet, and unlike most of the characters we've covered here, these two offer their own broken fun. Cyborg Superman is essentially just Superman's buffet of powers, but hey, that kind of Swiss Army knife is always fun to toy with. As for Thanos, well, it's Thanos. You know what kind of powers you get as Thanos? Super strength, telekinesis, borderline invincibility, and a bunch of other crazy stuff. Only thing you don't get is the ultimate finger snap. One can only dream. A whole bunch of them. Lego Marvel's Superheroes 2.
Seriously, can't a swine go 2 seconds without being dragged into another universe?
Yeah, there were way too many expensive characters to list on this one title heading. Just how many potentially overpriced characters are there to unlock? Well, Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 has 16 characters that will run you 500,000 studs apiece, meaning you'll have to save up 8,000,000 studs! And all those studs will only get you a small fraction of the 200 plus character roster.
Training did not prepare me for this.
Some of the most notable ones being Spider-Ham, Maestro, Beta Ray Bill, America Chavez, and the legendary Stan Lee. Some of these characters are worth their price for animations and mechanics alone, and others, well, we'd rather spend our money buying President and Lord Business 3 times over.
You serious? Oh, well, I appreciate it.
Lord Voldemort, Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7. Of course. Leave it to he who shall not be named to one-up every other LEGO game in the most villainous way possible. In years 1 through 4, Voldemort cost the same as Dumbledore, a reasonable 1,000,000 studs, and he could use dark spells. Not bad. Years 5 through 7, on the other hand, is a financial headache, and you get nothing different than in the previous game. Voldemort can use every spell in the game, dark magic, and Parseltongue, all abilities that can be used across multiple other characters. All of that for 25 million studs! And yet, there's still somehow a more expensive purchase in LEGO games that we haven't made yet. Ready for the big one? Everyone and everything! LEGO Dimensions. It's one thing to charge us fictional currency for all of the characters, red brick extras, vehicles, and whatnot. In order to unlock everything in LEGO Dimensions, however, you will have to fork over real-world money. Or would have, since the game and add-ons are no longer in production.
It all starts with this. An arrangement containing the ultimate flowers.
When LEGO Dimensions was still in circulation, the starter pack would have run you about $100 USD, with add-on packs going for 10, 15, 20, or even 30 bucks. Now that this game and its products are discontinued, their prices online have skyrocketed. Hey, what else did you expect when this is a video game that utilizes actual LEGO?
And I would have gotten away with it if it hadn't have been for you meddling kids.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.